What's good, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you guys a full face of Wet n Wild products. So basically I am just going to do a review on all products Wet n Wild. I went to the store and got all of my Wet n Wild products, so I'm going to test these out for you guys and show you guys a makeup look so that you guys can see what it looks like and see if maybe you want to try these products out or if you maybe want to pass on them. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a full face of makeup and we're gonna go ahead and get started. I already did moisturize my face and then I'm gonna be pulling my hair back so it doesn't get in the way of the makeup. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Okay, now that we have you guys hella zoomed in for this video, let's go ahead and get started. I don't think I've ever filmed a video this zoomed in, so I'm a little, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I mean, obviously you guys can see my face, you guys can see all the imperfections, the big pores, the acne scars and all of that. But, you know, I also want you guys to be able to see the quality of the product, so I want to be able to zoom in a little bit better so you guys can see how the products look and stuff like that. For our primer, we are going to be using the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This is the one silicone-free primer that does it all. A little goes a long way, so don't try to pump a lot because I pumped way too much and I have a lot on my hands. It says that it mattifies, it hydrates, it blurs pores, and it preps skin for long-lasting makeup. So we'll see if it lives up to that. I love anything that mattifies and definitely something that blurs my pores. You guys know me, I have really big pores. So I went ahead and bought the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, and this is going to be in the color medium brown, which is the darkest one I found for this. Their eyebrow pencil that I've tried before that didn't have so this one has the spoolie and it has the angled brush, I don't know if, or angled applicator. I don't know if you guys can see that. Honestly, I prefer the ones that are just the pencil and not the angled one, but they didn't have my color in that one, so that's why I got this one. It was scabbing, so I scratched it, but now it's bleeding. Let's go ahead and do these eyebrows. I did get a setting powder, or not setting powder, a shaping gel, setting gel for the brows. I got this Brow Sense Brow Shaping Gel, and this one is in clear. To be honest, this transparent gel is not all that great. This brow shaping, it's not really it doesn't keep them as I guess stay on your face as much as some of my other favorites, the e.l.f. or the NYX. I've already used this foundation, but it's just so freaking good. And I want to say, I feel well, at least when I went to go get the Wet n Wild products at the Target, Wet n Wild didn't have that many options for foundations and stuff like that. They only had this one and a tinted moisturizer. So I wanted to use this one for anybody that wants a little bit more of a full coverage and stuff like that. But this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in matte. And I'm going to go ahead and use the color Soft Beige. You know, I've told you guys before, with drugstore foundations, I feel I can never get the perfect color, but it's the one that I feel is the best out of all the ones I've tried. But one thing I do love about this foundation is it has this spoolie applicator, spatula, and I freaking love that. I wish more foundations use this type of applicator. I did buy this Wet n Wild sponge. It's the pink one. It's a little teardrop and it feels really nice. So we're going to go ahead and use this, guys. It's a medium coverage, but you can definitely continue to build it up. What I like about this is that it's not heavy on the skin and it doesn't look super cakey or anything like that. So I really do like that about this foundation. Like I told you guys before, I'm actually really enjoying making these full face of makeup videos. I just think they're fun and it's a fun way to try new products and see if you guys like, you know, obviously want to try products. Because I know when I was telling you guys, when I first started like trying to do my makeup, and I actually started pretty late, you know, I always wanted to do my makeup like younger, but my mom was very like, no, don't put stuff on your face and stuff like that. And I also had really bad acne growing up, so I feel like anything that I put on my face that wasn't like appropriate skincare would just further like aggravate my acne. But when I first started actually wearing makeup, like probably like, I don't know, I think I started wearing makeup until like after high school, so probably like first year of college. When I was trying to build up my like makeup like collection, I would just use drugstore, and Wet n Wild was one of the brands that was really like, it really has been my ride or die. I'm still trying to look for affordable brands because Sephora and all that shit, like I do like the higher end brands, but they're just expensive. I'm gonna wait a little bit for that to kind of set in before I start doing my concealer. But I did go ahead and get a makeup palette. I usually stick to like very like brown nude colors, but I do sometimes like pops of color. And I feel like right now in my collection, I have a lot of like mauve, brown, like nude palettes. So I wanted to try something different. So I went ahead and got this Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow palette in the color Heart and Soul. The only crappy thing though is that I don't have a lot of eyeshadow makeup brushes right now because I am washing all of my makeup brushes because it had been a hot minute since I had washed them. So I'm finally washing them. I always like to start off with like kind of like a base color. So this like light beige, and we're gonna go ahead and tap it on there. Yeah, I feel like because this is like dirty, it's gonna kind of affect the color of the rest of them. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with this like darker color. It's like almost like a brick color. And I just tap this. All right, I see you, Wet n Wild. The pigment is there. The pigment is definitely really nice. Honestly, with my eye makeup, I've told you guys this before. I've told you guys this before that I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not really like that good at doing my eye makeup, so I just kind of put colors on and hope for the best. So most of the time what happens is that I do it on one eye and I'm like, oh, that looks good. And then I try to replicate on the other eye and then I'm like, bruh, how the fuck I did that? Because I don't remember. Ooh, this is bright. I haven't honestly worn like kind of colors that are so popping in a while. So now that I have some color on my eye, I'm like, oh, this is allowed. And this is what I was telling you guys, like how I'm trying to replicate this, but now it doesn't look the same, so. It's not looking as vibrant. Also, I was talking to Diaz and telling him how like during my makeup videos, I want to like talk more and like just chat with you guys, but I'm like pretty awkward as it is in general. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just a really like socially awkward person. Like I don't really know what to talk about unless people talk to me. Then I can kind of just go on tangents and just start talking about random stuff. But sometimes I just don't know what to say. Like I'm just like, I don't know, I'm kind of weird. Or like oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I just looked at how it looks on the camera and it looks really red in the mirror. Oh. Yo, I'm not even going anywhere after this video. I'm just freaking going to freaking Lowe's y La Carniceria, bro. And I'm about to be looking like this. They'll be like, esta pinche Scarlet Witch, ¿de dónde salió? Like this one's darker than fucking this one. Arr. Okay, so we're gonna pack a little bit more color onto this eye. Y'all, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so just for reference, this is hella pigmented. This was like, I don't even know how much this was, but this is really pigmented. So I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit. Like it would have been easier had I had more makeup brushes to work with, but like I told you guys, I'm in the middle of washing all my brushes, so a lot of my brushes are dirty. Now it's looking like the same color, but damn, this is red. I wasn't really going for this look, y'all. It just kind of happened, which is probably the motto of my life. I don't really try to make things go that way, but then they just happen. I'm itching when I have to deal with it. Ooh, this one's really pretty. This one's like a, how do I say it? It's like a mauve. Let me see if there you guys go. That's that darkest pink. And I always like to do to give it like a metallic look, grab your setting spray and spray it onto your little, your little brush to give it that metallic look. And sometimes that also helps so that you can pull more product. So like I said, we're gonna go in with this, I think I'm gonna do this like peachy yellow. So this is definitely, I would say this like quad palette is definitely a good, they have good color payoff. So if you're really into colors like these that are really vibrant and really like a statement, this is a good thing for you guys to get. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the under eyes. But yeah, that was really, they were really pigmented shadows. And I don't know how much I'm gonna use this, because like I said, this is more for like a night out for me. It's really like a bold eye color, and I don't really do like bold eye colors like this. However, they did have other like little eyeshadow palettes that were like this, that were different colors. So if you don't like something as bold like this, maybe trying a different color would be nice. I think I should have tried the pink one. I think I would have liked the pink one a little bit more, but this one kind of matches my outfit. And the concealer that I'm going to be using is the Wet n Wild Make Last Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. Okay, we're gonna put some up there, and then we are gonna, not up there, we're gonna put some up here. Gonna put some down here. And we are gonna see. I don't like the smell of it. It smells like paint, so I don't like that. Ooh, this looks, oof. They're looking rough on camera right now. Before I go in with my setting powder, I'm gonna go ahead and do my blush. And the blush that I'm going to use is this Wet n Wild Mega Glow blush in the color Floral Majority. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video, but I just wanted to ask you guys, are you guys subscribed to this channel, or are you just watching? Because if you're just watching, cool, thank you, I appreciate you so much. But I would love if you show your love and support by subscribing to this channel, by hitting that big red subscribe button at the bottom. Thank you guys, bye! Lately I have been really into like these cream blushes, more than my powder blushes, so I'm excited about this. I think I've heard really good things about this, so. Wait, is the pigment there? Okay, the pigment, it looks really nice on my hand, but let's just see if the pigment's there when okay, little goes a long way. Sometimes I forget that it's better to start off with a little bit and blend. Okay, so now we are gonna go ahead and go, oh, sorry, I told you guys, I finished, my camera is overheating for, I don't know what reason. So if y'all see a little bit of choppy chop or things that I didn't show on camera, I had to cut it because it was overheating. But we are gonna go ahead and go in now with our setting powder, and I am gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus in the color Banana. I love, love, love setting powders that are in the color Banana, so I'm really excited to use this because this is freaking huge. Let's hope that she is good because, ooh, and then I love when they come with the little like holes so that it doesn't freaking get everywhere. But I'm just gonna use a powder puff to go in there. Oh, she smells good. She smells fruity. Y'all know that I always be smelling shit. I get made fun of for smelling shit. Please tell me if you guys smell everything as well like me, because my husband makes fun of me, my family makes fun of me, everybody makes fun of me. But I'm like, no, I am not gonna put something like, I'm not gonna eat something si huele feo. Like, nah, bruh. I don't know how they just be putting stuff in their mouth without smelling it, or like just products in general. Like, I just feel like I have to smell them. I feel like for a drugstore setting powder, she's good. Not as good as my Huda Beauty, because y'all know I love her, but this is good. I like it. I like it. Picasso.
Okay, I like it. Picasso.
I'm also really into memes, and I feel like I constantly have to reference memes, so hopefully you guys get my sense of humor, because if not, I just look stupid and weird. But like I told you guys, I'm just really like, I'm just kind of awkward and socially awkward. Like, once you get me talking about something, I won't shut the fuck up. But the problem is, I gotta get talking about something, and sometimes I don't know what to talk about because I've just talked my head off to my husband already. Yeah, that's a problem. Or to the dogs. I literally talk to the dogs all the time. I have a conversation with the dogs all the time. And people look at me like I'm weird, but I don't care. I don't care. I like the powder. I feel like the powder is really velvety and she smells good and she's mattifying. So I'm excited. I'm excited to try this more with future makeup looks because I'm liking it. And she's really, it's a big ass container. It's almost not as big as the Airspun drugstore one, but it's close to that, you know. And like I told you guys, I'm a ride or die for the Huda Beauty baking powder, but she expensive. So if I can find something that's a lot more affordable that I can use on a daily, we're about to find a new best friend. But yeah, love this. We're next gonna go in with a bronzer, and this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour in the color Caramel Toffee. And I already had this one, but it basically, let me show you that too. The reason I like this one is because it comes with a bronzing shade, which is a shade we're going to be using to contour, but it also comes with like another, like I guess like a translucent, something that you can set your under eyes with if you don't want to press, if you want something more that's a pressed powder and not a loose powder. I personally prefer a loose powder, but sometimes this isn't handy if you're like traveling or anything like that. So let's go ahead and go in with the bronzer. Something me cayó en el pinche ojo. But I'm just going to go in with my Morphe like I told you guys. And this bronzer is really pigmented, guys. And I kind of, not gonna lie, kind of put a lot. So it's looking a little dark, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Have you guys seen that meme where it's like a little dog and I think he's like typing and there's like fire everywhere and he's like, this is fine, everything is fine. That's literally my life all the motherfucking time. Like shit's just always hitting the fucking fan. Or like a dumpster fire. Like you guys have seen that meme where it's like, or that gif where it's like, it's a dumpster and it's just like, it's in fire and it's just like rolling through like a freaking river or something, like flooding. And it's just like, I'm like, bro, why is that my life? I just always put a little bit up here on the head to conceal a little bit of this Megamind forehead because mi mamá me dio una pinche forehead tan grande. Es porque siempre estoy pensando en comer. Just kidding. And then we're gonna put some under right here, the chin, because por dragona tengo 2 chins now. Not that it's gonna remove them, but you know, shit, make it look less double chinny. I wasn't able to find a highlighter that for this brand that I liked. They have like these other like Mega Glow highlighters that are like powder. I've used that before and I honestly didn't like it, so I didn't want to repurchase it again. And then I wanted to go ahead and go in with a highlighter that I have that's not Wet n Wild from my other brands. So I'm gonna show it to you guys because this highlighter is from, I think it's from like Thailand or Vietnam. I don't know. Let's go ahead and go in with a setting spray. We're gonna go ahead and use the Wet n Wild Fight and Dirty, and this is the detox setting spray that comes with Nina Macere, eucalyptus, tea tree, and chamomile. And on first thought, she smells very like essential oily, which I like that. If you're not into that, you might not like it, but I really like essential oils. So I'm gonna go in with this So Peachy lip. It says it's a lip gloss balm. And it's just, I like it. It's nice and sheer. This is perfect if you just want like a really nice and sheer lip look, which this is what it looks like right now. I think I might still do, I might line it and put a gloss actually on top of it though, but what I'm going to use to line my lips is going to be the Wet n Wild Perfect Bout Gel Lip Liner in the color Bear to Comet. And the reason I like this is because it's like retractable and it's actually really pigmented. And it's not super, I didn't line them super crazy, but because I'm kind of going to do like a more simple lip look since my eyes are really kind of giving and really popping. So that's why I just kept it basic. But the next item that we're going to use for lip gloss, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Slicks Lip Gloss in the color Past Curfew. And it's a really pretty like mauve pink with some glitter. Lastly, we are going to go ahead and do my eyelashes, and this is in the Boost Length Wet n Wild Mega Length Waterproof Mascara in Very Black. The wand isn't super big, but it's supposed to be to lengthen, so We will see. Okay guys, so this is the final look of the Wet n Wild full face makeup tutorial. So yeah, I'm liking how it looks overall. I feel like there were a lot of good quality products. So remember guys, if you like these types of videos where I basically do a full face of drugstore makeup of a specific brand, go ahead and give a like to this video so I can continue to do these. And don't forget to comment below a drugstore brand that maybe you are interested in me reviewing so that I can give you my thoughts and stuff like that. I know one of my followers recommended Essence, and that is in my lineup of brands that I am going to be trying out. And as always, I love and appreciate all of you guys, but I would love and appreciate if you guys can go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button at the bottom. But yeah guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate all of you guys. I hope you guys have a safe weekend. We'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys.